Lisa Thuro, and she's going to talk about university towards more sustainability. Lisa is 23 and did her bachelor degree in environmental engineering, and currently she's studying the SRM master in her first semester. She's from the area of Munich, but she really loves to travel all around the world and engage with people from different cultures. Her hobbies include hiking, dancing salsa, dog sitting, and learning Spanish. And she's really passionate about campaigning for sustainability in different projects at TU, which makes her the perfect candidate to talk about this interesting topic today. During her presentation, she will touch the questions like how sustainable is our university already, what is there to come for the future, and how can we engage in sustainability more. So without further ado, I would hand over the screen to Lisa, and I'm really looking forward to her presentation and learning more about university and sustainability.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy that I get the chance to talk to you all today about sustainability at TUM and to give you an overview. But now I still want to engage you all with some questions. So it would be great if you could scan the QR code or click on the link that will be provided in the chat. And we can look at a few different questions together. Good, so I will switch to the other page. So the first question would be, what does sustainability mean to you? So you can just start typing in some words, just the things that come to your mind, what you think of, what is important to you, and then we will get a big picture of all of your ideas. And if you have any problems with getting the code or something, just write in the chat as well. Great, we've got the first ideas here. So we have responsibility, inclusion, future, of course, bringing us together, passion, development, strategic priority, which is really suiting to the talk today, your job, which is great, green stuff, okay, caring for the environment, global warming, yes, sustainable living, responsibility, maybe there are a few more ideas coming. But I think it's already a really great summary of different things that you could think of. And also the big problem is that sustainability is a really broad term. But the good thing is that we will be focusing on a special topic in sustainability today. So that might be easier. New forms of consumption, planetary boundaries. Which are the new things here? Balance, it's a really good word. Long-term relationship. Great. So I think we will go to the next question for now. Which is, what is sustainability in universities? So what are you thinking of when you think of sustainability in universities? Maybe there are different parts that you can think of, different words that come to your mind. Just type them in as well. to get some idea of what you expect from a sustainable university and of this term. You can really just come up with any ideas that you have. Oh, we already have the first ones. That's great. So awareness is a really good word. Conserving energy, especially at TUM, that's a big term. More wildlife, more trees. Probably also coming from the people in Weihenstephan. Renewable energy supply, that's good. Green students, so of course we're in the right place for that. Role model, free food, that's a good idea as well. Vegan menu, free food please. Teaching, that's a really good part here. Recycling, awareness, and less waste, of course. Sustainability education. Not yet important enough, so we already have a comment. Subway stations. Being a role model to others. Essential for survival, more comments on that, it's good. Develop future leaders. Green rooftops, also very something very specific, that's nice. Zero waste classrooms, also something very much in practice. Photovoltaics on roofs, also a very good idea. Great, so thank you very much for all of your input, and it's really cool that you're already thinking about so many different things when talking about sustainability in universities. And I hope I could get a good intro to also make you think about universities today and what their role is in sustainability. So I will switch to back to my PowerPoint now. Good. So, of course, I want to tell you about sustainability in universities today, and you already came up with a lot of ideas which perfectly fit in this scheme here. So I took this picture from the Green Office movement, and they define sustainability in universities in 5 different parts. So as you were already talking about teaching, we have education here. Also, some of you were saying empowering future leaders. So like the knowledge transfer is really important here. Then we also have the research part contributing to sustainability transitions. We have community building, which is the Green Team doing in these talks as well. And operations, so all of your ideas with food sharing, green rooftops and everything fit perfectly in here. And some of you were already talking about strategy. And that's the part that I want to talk to you about today, governance, the thing in the middle. So it's about making sustainability a strategic priority, which you were already mentioning by saying, hey, maybe it's not important enough for all of our universities today. So coming back to me and my place in sustainability, Christina was already telling you something about me. I started engaging in sustainability in 2019 when I was in my bachelor's at TUM. So I was still studying environmental engineering, which I finished this year. And this year I also started working for the new green office in Weihenstephan. I will tell you a lot more about that later, as well as me taking part in the task force sustainability, which I will explain to you. Maybe some of you saw the raised beds or been in one of the workshops that we have at the main campus in Munich. It is a project called Plant a Seed, which I'm involved in as well. And as Christina just said, and as maybe some of you are also in the first semester of Sustainable Resource Management at the moment. So let's have a look at the structure for today. So we have 3 big points here. I want to talk to you about the environmental department of the Student Council, which I'm coming from. Then we will talk about the sustainability office, the task force sustainability, and also the green office. So I would like to present you the structure of sustainability at TUM from my point of view. So when I was studying environmental engineering in my bachelor's, I was about in the 5th semester when I was talking to a friend of mine. He was from the same cohort, and I knew that he was doing something with sustainability. He was organizing those sustainability lectures, and I was really interested in what they are doing. So one day I thought I would just ask him, like, what group is doing this sustainability lecture? How does it work? Where do you meet? And so he said, well, you can just come to one of our meetings and yeah, we will tell you everything about our group. And this is how I came to know the environmental department of the Student Council. So I went to one of their meetings and they told me a lot about their projects. You can see the pictures here. So one of the first projects that I started was the clothes swapping party. We organized an event where you could bring your old clothes that you don't like to wear anymore and switch them to the old clothes of other people and take them home. But they were also organizing projects like a vegan food stall at the university festival. They were having parking days and of course the sustainability lecture that I was talking about before. And now also really recently doing the urban gardening project called Plant a Seed. So when I was helping with more of the projects, I really got to know the structure of the environmental department a lot better. So I already knew that they were doing this public lecture series. And then I got to know that they were actually doing it for the last 30 years, which is quite a long time. And of course, with all the projects that they were doing and the events, they were promoting the sustainable development on campus, doing a lot for the student life. And also they are kind of a contact point for environmental and sustainability issues. So if you have any ideas or new projects that you would like to do, it's also a good contact point to get some new information or help if you want to build up something new or just have new ideas. So being longer in this project or like this group as the environmental department, I also got to know the structure of like the whole group a bit better and the structure around it. So of course, at the university, the main part is the students. And the Student Council is the group that is representing the students, and it is made up of 2 groups. So on the one side, we have the student representatives. In German, they are also called Fachschaftenrat. And they are representing all the people from the different programs. So they are talking to the president and the university board of management about teaching and all the different things happening at university. But then in the Student Council, we also have the executive committee. It is also part of it, and you can get elected for being a head representative of different parts. So for example, we have a head representative of technical equipment, so all the equipment that is needed for the festivals and university parties that are usually happening on campus. Very sadly, not at the moment, but hopefully next year again. And one of those executive committees is also the environmental department, which I was talking to you about now. So this is kind of the structure of the student council, which was kind of hard to understand in the beginning, but is really important for understanding the structure in the whole university better. So now I was taking part in a lot more of the projects that they were doing at universities. So for example, we did some food sharing. We had this climate exhibition that you can see in the pictures. And I was getting to know new people, having a lot of fun with them, and building up new projects. And after being in the group for quite a while, I got to know that there's actually a green office, which was already founded at the campus of Straubing. So Straubing is quite far away from Munich in relation to Weihenstephan or Garching, so maybe not all of you know it. But I got to know that they have this green office there, and I got to know the two guys working there. They are both students. You can see them on the picture here, Adrian and Jonathan. They have this student assistant job there, and they work for the green office. And this green office is doing a lot of projects in sustainability. So they are kind of a institutional contact point for setting new impulses in sustainability at the university. And they are looking into how we can practically implement sustainability on campus in Straubing. And the good thing is that they are doing it by students, for students, and they will try to have a good impact on the university in this sustainability structure. And they were actually already founded in 2018, so already before I took part in the environmental department of the student council. But maybe we have a look at the map of the university now again to see where is this green office located, because as I was explaining before, on the left side we have the students and the student council, which is representing the students. But now we have the green office, and of course in the green office the students are working there, but at the same time they are part of the staff of university. So especially part of the staff working in sustainability at university. So in the projects that they are doing, they are getting involved a lot with the students, of course. They are a contact point for them. Maybe if you want to know something about how can I involve sustainability in my thesis, or get to know more about sustainability lectures which are available to you, they're always there to answer your questions or help you with projects. But then at university, we of course also have the teaching and research staff and the administration, which are all working for the university. And the green office is also really important for them, and to integrate their thoughts and ideas about sustainability in the big picture of sustainability at our university. So this is kind of the place where the green office is at the university. And after spending more time in this environmental department and getting to know other projects, I was also taking the lead in some of the projects. And after a few months last year in the summer, I decided I would be up for election for the head representative of the environmental department. So you can see me on the right with the friend Julia. The two of us were doing the head representative of the environmental department together last year. And we were kind of guiding and leading the projects in our group and making sure that everything works out. So at this point, it was also the point in time when I got into contact with all the other sustainability structures and institutions at TUM. So actually in the middle of this picture here, you can see a meeting between the sustainability office and the environmental department. So the two people facing us, they are Tobias Michel and Sandra Huber from the sustainability office. And when I started my job as the head representative of the environmental department, we started talking to them really regularly. So this is how I got to know the both of them. And I already saw that Tobias is joining us today. So very happy that you're here and up for discussion later as well. So the Sustainability Office is kind of initiating and coordinating all the activities around sustainability at our university. And I would say they're kind of the centerpiece of sustainability actions. So they really regularly report on sustainability strategy. And also they are the strategic unit, which is in direct contact to the University Board of Management, which is really important to have a circle of discussion with all the people involved at university. And the Sustainability Office is quite new at university. So they were founded in 2020 when Tobias started working for our university. And this year we have another person working for the Sustainability Office. Sandra Huber joined the Sustainability Office this year. And I will be talking about that part later as well. But let's have a look back at our map of university. So, of course, the Sustainability Office is really important in the middle of the staff of sustainability at TUM. And as I was just saying, the University Board of Management were initiating this Sustainability Office, and also they are in direct contact and talking a lot about sustainability actions, of course. But then the Sustainability Office is also really important as a contact to the students, especially for us, part of the Student Council. We are in regular meetings and discussing about the new happenings. And the other important point is that they are in regular contact with teaching and research staff, and also coordinate practices in sustainability at TUM. And the other part is, of course, the administration as well. So all the people who coordinate the building management and the things going on behind the curtain, it's really important to be in contact with them as well. So after being part of the head of the environmental department for a year, I was still active in a lot of projects, but I think I thought that it was good to concentrate more on the institutional part of sustainability. So usually after a year, we gave over the job to another person to lead the group. And so together with Sina, who is already also part of the Green Team, we decided to be up for the election of student representatives in the task force sustainability, which is more of the institutional part of sustainability at TUM. And so I got to know the task force of sustainability a bit better. They were convened in 2020 by the new president, Professor Dr. Hoffmann. And you can see these pictures here below. They are 9 professors, 2 employees, 2 students, so Sina and me. And the head of the task force in the middle, Professor Dr. Schwers, and they are kind of consulting TUM and the University Board of Management in all matters of sustainability. So they discuss different things and report back to the University Board of Management as well. So they were also just initiated last year. Looking back at the picture of the map of our university, we could place the task force here because, of course, as I was saying before, the members of the task force, they're all professors or staff working at university, but in their role as task force members, they are, of course, doing it voluntary, so they are part of the staff, but also part of the task force of sustainability. So the task force is reporting regularly to the University Board of Management, but also are in close contact with the Sustainability Office. So now I want to tell you about the most recent happenings with sustainability and developments at TUM. I was already saying it before, that we have 2 people working in the sustainability office. And this year, Sandra Huber came to our university, and she is responsible of doing the sustainability strategy for TUM. So it will be published in May 2022, so next year. And yeah, of course, they are doing the sustainability strategy with help from other parts of the university. So as we were discussing before, the sustainability office is not only talking to students, but also talking to the research staff and talking to administration, and they are involving everyone in the sustainability strategy as well. The other more recent development is the Green Office in Weihenstephan, which I'm really lucky to work for. And this Green Office was founded in Freising with the School of Life Sciences together. And maybe you were asking yourself of how did you come up with a Green Office at this point? So after the Green Office in Straubing was founded in 2018, the Green Office of Straubing, their members, the Environmental Department, and also the Sustainability Office were doing a founding paper for other green offices, because it is really important for us to have green offices at universities to propagate the sustainability developments at our university. And after discussing this founding paper with the University Board of Management and the School of Life Sciences, yeah, the Green Office of Weihenstephan was founded this year in fall. And we are, of course, really keen on a lot of other examples to follow. So we will hope that we will have more green offices on the other campuses as well. So, of course, going back to our picture here, we already had the Green Office before. The Green Office is working with the students, as we were saying, but also with teaching and research staff. And now that we already had a sustainability office, the Green Office in Weihenstephan is also being supervised by the Sustainability Office and working very closely with them together to have projects that are in the big picture of sustainability actions at TUM. So the last missing puzzle piece in this map of sustainability at our university is the student initiatives. Just like the Green Team, we're organizing this talk today. We have a lot of different sustainability initiatives. So maybe you have heard of the Öko-AK in Weihenstephan, or the 100 Voices, One Planet, Sea Solution. The Junge Akademie is also a very long initiative at university, and there are many more to follow. So they are really concentrating on one special idea about sustainability and promoting their projects. And so in 2021, the Environmental Department, together with the Sustainability Office, said maybe we should create a meeting room where all the sustainability initiatives could come together, exchange and work together, maybe work on projects, exchange their thoughts. And so the Sustainability Student Initiatives Forum was founded. It's quite a hard name to say, but sums it up very fine. So those meetings happen very regularly in like 3 months' time. And it's a place where the people can exchange and think about how they can work together better. So, of course, looking back at our map, the student initiatives are part of the students as well. They are working together with the Sustainability Office, with the Green Office, especially in Weihenstephan now, and of course with the Student Council and people coming from the Environmental Department like me. So now the last thing that I want to tell you about the structure here today is we have talked a lot about what is the structure of sustainability at university, what was the development in the last years, what what has been happening. But in the environmental department, we were just thinking about it this year, that we really want to have a vision about what is happening in the future at a university. So we really want to think about not only what will be achieved, but also what, in our opinion, should be achieved in the next years. And this is how the Vision 2030 came to be. So in this project, we are developing the guidelines for the work in our group, and we also want to have an outward representation when we are talking to the sustainability office, when we are talking to the president or the structure of TUM, on what do we as students and also as representatives of the students want the future in sustainability to look like. And this paper in the Vision 2030, we revised it in 2021 because in 2018 we already wrote an idea, and this year we already got unanimous support by the Student Representatives Forum, so part of the Student Council representing students, which means that the Vision 2030 is also a vision of the student representatives, and in this term also as representatives a vision of all students at TUM. And you already saw that we have like different graphs here. So we divided the Vision 2030 into 7 different chapters, which we think are really important for the future. So for example, we have mobility here, and mobility-wise, we were thinking that the different campuses should be a lot more bike-friendly in the future, that it is important to have climate-friendly travel and mobility management. So also for the staff working at the university, it's important how they travel to different congresses or something. And also, like you were saying in the questions in the beginning of the talk, public transport is really important. The next chapter is education and research. So for us, it is important to establish sustainability in all study fields, and also to have interdisciplinary studies, which you can take from all the different programs. Sustainability training for the employees and teaching staff is also really important, because the teachers and the professors actually have to know, how can I make sustainability accessible to my students, and how can I involve it into my lectures. The next point is everything that we were talking about until now, that I was explaining the governance structures and sustainability at our university. And for this part, our vision would be to have an open board at university where sustainability is discussed. So from every group at university, like from students, from staff, administration, professors, all of the groups, there are people coming to this board, and listeners are also welcomed as well, and everything around sustainability will be discussed. Another thing would be having a vice president for sustainability, which would be another one of our ideas for the future. Another part is, of course, campus development. As you were saying in the beginning of the talk, we should have maybe green rooftops, as you said, or some renewable energy that is done at university. So those are, of course, visions of our group as well. And for campus development, we thought it would be great to have until 2030 a more green campus design, especially for the Munich campus. And Weihenstephan is a lot greener, of course, more outside of the city, and also having sustainable construction of buildings. The next part of the vision is social responsibility for us. In social responsibility, we think of participatory organization of sustainability, and also taking local and global responsibility. The second to last one is diet and nutrition. You were talking about the food that we consume at a university. And it's really important to have a green menu at the Mensa, for example, to have food sharing concepts, as you were saying before, and looking into less food waste, of course. The last part of our mission, our vision, is energy. So you were already talking about renewable energy forms. So for us, it would be really important to have CO2 neutral energy supply, and also looking into the energy efficiency of the buildings. So to have a monitoring there, and not only supply it with CO2 neutral energy. You can all have a look at this Vision 2030 provided on the website of our group. And this also brings me to the next slide. So this slide is all the different links that you can have a look at in the internet. It is about Sustainability Office, the link of the Green Office Straubing, of course, our website of the Environmental Department of the Student Council, and also the contact possibilities. So if you have any ideas of projects that you would like to do at our university, or if you would like to get involved in a group doing different projects and ideas, getting to know more about sustainability at TUM, you can always shoot us an email. Of course, visit our website to have a look at all of the projects that we are doing. And we also have an Instagram where you can keep updated on what is happening in our group. The last thing that I wanted to present you is something maybe for you personally. It is a project that we did last year during lockdown season. We were developing the Umwelt Guide, which is a sustainable life guide for you. So it's about living sustainably in Munich. We have a lot of different chapters on how to separate waste, on how to live with less meat and dairy products. And you can just download it on our website or click through the guide on the website itself. We have an English and a German version. And yeah, I hope it can help you somehow to live more sustainably and clear some of the questions that one might have wanting to live more sustainably. So now the big question is what's to come for the future? And that's exactly the thing that I would like to discuss with you today. So I'm really happy to have this opportunity for discussion now. And I created another Mentimeter for the first 2 discussion questions here. But I'm also happy to answer any questions that you have. And yeah, I'm happy to discuss the last question in a big range here as well. So thank you so much for the opportunity to explain those things to you today. I hope I could make it more clear. And yeah, looking forward to all of your ideas now.